Good morning, happy cooking, good afternoon, and in case I don't see you, good evening. This is your flexitarian friend, Jay Tanti. I'm going to show you how to use your electric skillet to do chicken without oil. So the first thing that you need to do is preheat the skillet to 450 degrees. So let me show you what happened when you have a skillet and it's actually cold. So right now this skillet is cold. I got my hand under here, and so you see there's no sound, there's nothing going on, right? So now when you heat it up, this skillet has, like on the inside, it has an oil gel that expands and it creates even heat distribution. Super simple, you can hear it now. So basically this piece of equipment right here is like having any other stove. So if you ever bought a stove and you paid $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a stove, it's about $1,000 a burner. Well, this stove right here will act as one of those burners. So I have some chicken over here with the skin and the bone still in. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one meal in one place. Have you ever had chicken and fries or chicken and mojos, chicken and wedges, potatoes? So we want to make a meal just in one pan, so this will act as a stove and it will act as a pan as well. So what I do is I do have over here a mixture, a marinade that has turmeric, sea salt, pepper, and paprika. Those are my important ingredients on this delicious chicken. So now we're gonna put it, in olive oil, a little bit of olive oil. But what I'm gonna show you is, even though I put it in the marinade, the oil, all that oil that I put in there is going to be released from the chicken, even including the fat, the natural fat in the chicken itself. So the reason why I put the oil at the beginning is so the herbs will perfectly be on the top of the chicken and make it really crispy and really beautiful. So now that you put the marinade, you can leave this for a few hours or so, or not. If you're in a hurry and you want to do this mix, maybe your chicken is frozen, you can still use frozen chicken and still do this marinade and put it in the pan. So if you notice, it's not a lot. So this is already with the marinade. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that the pan is preheated to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, which I already did. And the only reason why you can hear the oil is because this is already preheated to the max, okay? So now what we do is we're gonna take each of the chicken thighs and we are going to press them down into the pan, so we can create that beautiful even heat distribution. I know some people like to do it straight without any oil, but I don't like it because it doesn't come out as moist as I like it. So, and it's up to you. You can fry with absolutely zero oil or without putting any spices on this chicken. You can go frozen to finish in 20 minutes, super simple. And you should be able to, because this pan, it is so effective, it is so versatile. You can bake cakes in here, you can make soups, you can make stir fries, you can do fondue, you can do whatever you want with this. This is the beauty about this particular item. It's called the electric skillet because it's a multi-use skillet. You can do lasagnas, you can do enchiladas, you can truly, you name it, you can make it. I made here filet mignon, I made here lobster, I made here scallops, I made here 12 dozen eggs. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, because really this is a piece of equipment that is a must-have in your home. So when I'm done with the show, I'm also going to show you how, or I'm going to share with you how you can get one of these for free. Like free? Say yes. Okay. The next thing that we'll do is I got some russet potatoes. And these potatoes, I'm going to chop them into, not chop them, I'm going to make them into wedges. So you've heard me before that it's really important to leave the peel in your potatoes, but sometimes the potatoes on the outside, they don't look that good, so I'd rather just take the peel off, especially for the wedges, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this potato in half. And then I'm gonna make some large wedges. And they can be thick or they can be like on the thin side. It's up to you how you want to address your potato. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 4 pieces on each. So that's probably about much. So if you have a family of 4, you can do 2 potatoes. If you have a family of 2, you can do 1 potato. Russet potatoes are really big. And so I suggest to put a little bit of sea salt on here before you cook it. And I probably will do this other one as well. You can do rounds, you can do wedges, you can do whatever you want, and it will come out really beautiful. It comes out like really like baked potatoes that have been in the oven under the broil. So let's do 4 wedges. And if I use them, great. If I'm not gonna use them, it's fine. So the important thing is for you to leave it a minimum 10 minutes on each side. And the other thing is, one of the tricks that I learned a long time ago is this skillet. You can actually leave it like this and it'll fry really beautiful, or sometimes you can just leave it a little bit like that. But then what's going to happen? Then I'm gonna get my dress with all the smell of the chicken, which I prefer not to, or the kitchen, the whole kitchen, so people will say, oh, I love the smell, what are you cooking? Well, anytime that you are smelling your food, of course you are losing also the flavors of the foods, you know, from the food that you are cooking itself. So I prefer to just leave it like this, or if you want to make your skillet easy to clean, then we put a piece of paper towel over the top, and then that's all you need to do. So this chicken dish, it takes 20 minutes to make. Let me tell you why I love this electric skillet. I love it because it's even heat distribution. I love it because it has a lifetime warranty. I love it because it's made in the USA. I love it because it's super versatile. You can take it anywhere. All you need is a plug, and there you go. So I also love it because it's made out of 316 surgical stainless steel. Like no other cookware in the world has this type, not only a beauty, but also the type of metal, which is sourced in the USA. So many people try to imitate us. Many people try to say that they are like Salad Master, but anytime that somebody tells you we're like, then they're not. You know, I can tell you, you know, a Ford vehicle, like a Ford or a Toyota car, it's like a Mercedes-Benz, but it's not. So the question is like, we don't need to compare ourselves to anybody because we are the innovators. So that's one of the things that when you're thinking of investing in your health and your family's health, you really have to pay attention at, you know, what really do they deliver? What is in the end, you know, this product has that no other product has. So we have tested this cookware against any other cookware in the world, and believe me, you don't have to believe me, you can actually put it through the test yourself. So let's see how this is going. So you see how nicely it's frying all, and then all that little bit of fat that I had put in there is already released in the pan. So that's gonna create a really beautiful and even color and very crispy fried on the outside. Like I say, you can choose not to put the oil on the marinade, but then you're gonna end up with something a little bit more chewy on the outside. It might be a little bit juicy, but I find that if I don't do my own marinade besides, that marinade with the turmeric will actually help you digest the food a little bit better. Turmeric has so many anti-inflammatory properties. When combined with fat, it's much easier to absorb into the body. So even if you just took turmeric by itself as a pill, or you put it in a powder and make like a gold milk, you still not get, or a gold drink, whatever, or a tea, is not going to be as effective as if you combine it with some kind of fat. So let me show you real quickly. So remember, I put no oil on the pan, absolutely zero. Only put it on the marinade, but look at all the oil in there. And look the result. Absolutely crispy, juicy, beautiful. So now we just flip it to the other side. And look at that, no stick. And also, I want you to see something. Remember I started with no oil? Look at all the oil. So you see, that is oil that will stay in there. And this, the reason why I do my shows like this is because I don't like to edit my shows. I want people to see from start to finish how easy it is to make a meal in one pan. So 20 minutes. So as soon as you flip it to the other side, you're gonna take your wedges and put them on the side. You can put them in between. You can do this afterwards if you like, but I like to have them crisped up at the same time. So let's put a few in here. So we're using the oil to fry those potatoes. Or if you like, you can put them in the oven. Then the same thing. I'm going to cover it completely. I want the potatoes to cook first, and then they're going to crisp up. So 10 minutes now, in 10 minutes, the entire meal will be done. So in fact, we can set up the timer. And for the timer, it's very simple. You know, I'll turn it around so you can see. Make sure I'm not turning the stove this time. So you just hit this button right here that says time. And then I'm gonna hold on to with my thumb all the way to, says 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Oh, you hit time down, because I put 18, 17, 15, 14. Okay, and now press time again. As soon as you hit the timer button, you put your thumb on the up arrow or down arrow in terms of how much time you're gonna give it. So if I'm gonna put, once the temperature is at 450, and I'm not gonna turn down the temperature. What I'm gonna do is, I keep it at the same temperature of 450 degrees. And since I already know that I want it to cook in 10 more minutes, I want it to be done, and maybe I need to go outside, do something, then I hit timer, and then I go with my up arrow to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is I do, and then I hit timer again, and then I can walk away. So it's a very simple, easy piece of equipment that you can use. You use it every day, like I said, especially if you're a busy mom, a busy executive. Best thing to do is to have this piece right here. I'm gonna throw some onions just because I love the flavor of onion, and also because I have some onions. So I'm gonna show you in a bit. If I put the onion in the middle, then everything, even the potatoes, will become really delicious with the flavor of the onion. So, but check this out right here. This is already starting to crisp. So it's like having a French fries, like French fries and fried chicken in the same pan. So just keep it like that. Like I say, if you keep it covered, you never have to worry about the smelling, or you don't have to worry about your potatoes being undercooked. These are gonna be fully cooked because right now we're creating even heat. This is the heat that's created in this particular pan, or every single pan of Salamaster, is because it has even heat distribution from tip to tip. So that's why a piece like this, even though it has that part right there, is hermetically sealed. This is where your plug goes in, but it's hermetically sealed that if you wanted to put this in the dishwasher, you can. If you wanna dunk it inside, like, you know, immerse it underwater, you can. And that's not me telling you, it's actually in the back of each of the piece of the cooker. So fully immersible in water, lifetime warranty, or I would say limited lifetime warranty, because if you like play frisbee with this, sure, they're not gonna cover, right? But if the oil ever came off of this, they absolutely will cover it. No questions asked. So the key is maximizing your time, maximizing the nutrition, and maximizing all your flavors, okay? Maximizing your money too. We spend the most money in food, right? At least some people spend, I was shocked, some person told me that they were spending $1,000 a week in organic foods, And guess what? They're taking it home and cooking it in Teflon or plastic coating pans. So I'm like, what's the point? Why are you buying organic if you are going to go and contaminate your food further with other chemicals coming from other cookwares? So watch your health, because you know, health is really hard to come by. We need to take care of our health the best that we can, but sometimes we don't know how. Sometimes nobody has taught us how. I have been using this cookware for more than 2 decades, and believe me, the only time that I get sick is when I'm traveling and I'm not eating at home, okay? So I never take vitamins, I never take minerals, and so all of my vitamins and minerals, I take it from the foods I eat, because I always cook below boiling point, or when I'm gonna eat meat, I make sure that it's cooked in my electric skillet or Salamaster. So let me show you how this is beautifying all these gorgeous fries, and just move them around. So, and I wanted to show you the chicken. Look at the crispy skin, and of course, look at the crispy fries. So really beautiful. And of course, if you keep them covered, the potatoes will cook super fast. And then we take the chicken out for a little bit to let it rest, and then we can continue to cook the rest of the French fries. So just keep it like that, so in that way everything is cooking at the same time. So this is the most amazing recipe that you'll ever get from me, because honestly is one pan to clean. That is the most important to me. So if you want to know more about this particular item and how you can get it absolutely free, you have to send me a private message, and I can tell you how you too can own Salamaster. We have great programs where you can earn products by just referring friends. We have an ability for you to earn income by staying at home and teaching people how to cook from the comfort of your home. You can go onto other people's, like families' home, and teach them the right way of cooking. There's a right way and there's a wrong way of cooking. So always do the best you can for your family, and truly invest in your health, because that is really our true wealth. So let me take the chicken. Now we have these beautiful pieces here. And then I'm just going to disperse the fries there without getting myself all greased up here. And look at this. Crispy chicken in 20 minutes. Where else can you make this? Okay, so let us know if you want more information. We will definitely help you out with that. And if you want to host one of our cooking shows, let us know. If you want to work with us, we're looking for people. We're looking for hostesses. We're looking for any family that is in need of better health and having more income in the household. So I'll move myself from here for a little bit. Look at this. You know, you've heard of duck fat fries? Look at this. Perfect little fries. And they're already getting like super cooked. See why I kept the onion in there? So my fries can have like a beautiful color. And look at this. How beautiful cooked they are. Okay, so just leave it a little bit more. And that's it. I'm gonna plate it, and I'm going to let these brown on the other side. I had the 2 minutes exactly left. So, but anyway, this is your flexitarian friend, Jay Canty, showing you how to maximize your time, your money, and your health in 20 minutes. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless us all. Until then, have a happy, healthy, and wealthy day. Ciao.